There are dozens of antibody tests promising to tell you if you've had coronavirus. So are they accurate? Well, it turns out the CDC says they might be wrong up to half the time.
So which one should you get, or should you get one at all? Contact7 Investigator Jennifer Kovaleski is clearing up some of the confusion tonight.
And about 10:30 that night, I got my son and said, we need to go.
When you're as sick as Kelly Michaels, hours quickly feel like days.
I can't really convey how sick I felt.
She took this video inside the COVID-19 unit at the University of Colorado Hospital.
It took me till day 15 to finally stop having fevers.
After a grueling month of battling coronavirus, she went back to work as a scientist at UC Health.
I have a lot of experience with validating new tests,
where she quickly found herself validating a COVID-19 antibody test.
I guess that's the only thing I can say is irony. Really, I'm the only person in the laboratory who has the illness, and I come right back and I have to validate the antibody test.
And the real irony is they used her own blood to do it.
Here I am put in this position by a pandemic to help out my laboratory.
As a scientist, I know there's been a lot of confusion about these antibody tests.
There are a lot of antibody tests that are available, and not all of them are very good.
There is a lot of conversation about the accuracy of antibody tests.
Dr. Richard Zane is an ER doctor at UC Health. He says many of the early antibody tests weren't specific or sensitive enough for COVID-19.
In actual fact, most of the tests that were on the market had a higher probability of giving you a false positive than a true positive.
He was more likely detecting one of dozens of other coronaviruses and not actually COVID-19. Dr. Zane recommends looking for antibody tests that are authorized by the FDA and highly specific.
The test that we have developed and are offering is highly specific, meaning that the error rate is less than 1 in 1,000, and the specificity is greater than 98%.
The gold standard in the testing world is around 95%, while the CDC warns antibody tests might only be 50% accurate. And Governor Jared Polis has even weighed in with concerns.
Their accuracy rate continues to be a question mark. And then even more importantly, we don't know exactly what those antibodies mean.
Dr. Zane believes the accuracy of these tests is starting to improve and will help better determine infection rates.
I think that these tests are going to become more accurate as the public becomes more informed. You should never be taking a test that is not at least 98% specific.
But he says a positive test doesn't mean you're in the clear.
It just means that you have been exposed to COVID-19 and you should not change your behavior.
For Michaels, she hopes the test means there is some immunity.
But at this point, we don't know. They haven't determined, scientists haven't determined whether there is an immunity to this virus or not.
I'm Contact7 Investigator Jennifer Kovaleski.